You finally hired a virtual assistant to get your time back, but now you're wondering, what are they even doing all day? Look, I get it. Delegating can feel like a leap of faith.
Try to get me to it.
But it doesn't have to be blind trust. What's up, guys? This is Philip Sessions, the founder and CEO of RefinedVA, where we help busy dadpreneurs like you buy back their time by getting virtual assistants that are trained and ready to go for you. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to know if your virtual assistant is actually working and delivering value or just collecting a paycheck. So let's break it down dadpreneur style. The first thing that you need to do is set clear expectations from day one. You can't measure if you don't define it. So how do we define it? We need to set daily and weekly deadlines for any of the activities we're working on, such as respond to 20 emails this week. Book 10 discovery calls, edit and post 3 reels per week. Now that we have a specific number, we can see, and we talked about this week. Everything I said was this week. And I could have said per day, per month, whatever. But I gave a number and a specific time period to get those things done. And now if they don't post and edit and post 3 reels every single week, maybe they do 4, maybe they do 2, we can talk about it and figure out why that is. But now we can see clearly and measure it if they're actually meeting that expectation that we had. And you can also use a task tracker like Asana or ClickUp. I personally use Asana. We can assign a deadline to that task, and then I can see when it's complete. I get notifications on that. And so there's no guessing at all whether or not that task is done. And number 2 is time tracking tools. Tools like Clockify, Hubstaff, or Time Doctor are great ways for you to be able to track time and track the tasks and the time it takes you to do those tasks. You can track hours worked, what tasks are actually being done, and it's not about micromanaging, it's about visibility and transparency. When you're tracking the time, you're simply trying to make sure that they're actually doing the job that they say that they're doing. They're working on the task, and you can see how much time. So if they tell you you want to do 3 reels a week, but they say they can only do 2 because you're only giving them 5 hours a week for work, then you can look at that and, oh wow, I didn't realize that 1 reel took about 2 to 3 hours. So maybe I need to give them more time, or maybe I need to lower that expectation of the amount of reels that they can do per week. And so you can start to see this, as long as they're being honest, of course, with their time tracking.
The most important thing in business is honesty, integrity, hard work.
Number 3 is activity reporting. Ask for an end of day report or end of work report. So I like to do a check-in daily, and then also, especially at the beginning, I like to do an end of day report as well. Like, okay, check in, let me know that you're starting work, but then also check out, let me know what things that you got done. But you could also do an end of work report. So when they get done with a specific task, they can also let you know, hey, done with this first reel, hey, done with the second reel, so on and so forth. And you want to make sure that it's a quick and short format. I've had virtual assistants that will go through and explain like everything you think they were telling you when they brushed their teeth, when they had meals, every little thing. Hey, I took a breath here, I took a sip of water. You want to make it really short and concise. Here's what I did, here's what's in progress, and here's where I'm stuck at if I'm stuck. And by doing this report on a daily basis, it keeps them accountable, but it also keeps you informed, so you're not completely out of the loop and don't realize that they're not getting things done a week, a month out. You can see on a daily basis whether or not they're actually staying on task or not. Number 4, outcome over activity. The real question is progress happening? Are leads being followed up with? Is content going out? Are sales moving? Sometimes we focus too much on the amount of hours put in versus the output. So we really need to focus on that output, because maybe that output, they only needed 2 hours and you thought it would take 4. That's awesome. That's great for you. But maybe it was the opposite, but still the output's getting done regardless. So focus on that output and don't just measure the hours, measure the momentum behind that, because sometimes it seems like the content that's getting created takes longer to create, but is the content now better? Are you getting more results from that? Are more leads coming in? Maybe it's actually worth that extra time versus the lack of time that you spent on that content. Number 5, spot red flags early. Red flags are the thing that you really need to be looking out for. And if you're asking to do these daily check-ins, you're asking to track time, put tasks and deadlines, and you're getting a lot of pushback, that's probably the first thing that it's going to be a red flag for you. But also getting no updates at all. If they just constantly, oh, I forgot, red flag. If they miss deadlines, another red flag, especially if they give some lame excuse about, oh, I was sick, or oh, the internet was out in the Philippines. That does happen, but they have backup internet. They can go to a coffee shop. Now, it's not as common as here in the States to be able to just go to your local Starbucks or anything like that, but they have ways to be able to get internet, to be able to have electricity, to continue to be able to work. So they tell you, oh, I just couldn't do it, and it's always the same excuse, it's a red flag. And they really seem to be busy, but they never have results, another red flag. You should know, roughly speaking, how long something takes. And if it's more than double the amount of time that it would take for you to do it, that means they're just showing that they're busy, but they're not actually doing the work. And then if you get that gut feeling that something's off, lean into that and don't wait, because something probably is off. There's a reason why you have that gut feeling. And just as a bonus, number 6, a culture check. This is something, especially with working people in the Philippines, as well as people that aren't entrepreneurs, that you're going to see a big difference in the culture. So are they showing initiative? As an entrepreneur, you want to make sure that you have somebody that's kind of being more that entrepreneur, showing that initiative. That's going to be a huge green flag for you, that they're actually doing work when they're showing initiative, letting you know that they need more work, that maybe they need some time off, maybe that they're hey, look, I'm actually sick, or family time's coming up. Can we maybe reprioritize task, whatever that may be? They're showing some kind of initiative or communicating proactively with you there. And speaking of communication, do they communicate like a team player or like someone just punching the time clock? Great virtual assistants are going to be there to support you. They want to support you and really be on the team. Those that are just trying to make money will not be trying to go above and beyond. They will not be trying to see what else they can work on. So that's a great sign that it's a good culture fit if they're asking great questions and seeing other things they can do. And you want your virtual assistant to treat your business like it's their own. When they treat it like it's their own business and they care about the work that they're doing, that's another sign that this is a good culture fit between your virtual assistant and your business. And a great virtual assistant can buy back time and build real momentum, but only if you lead them well. You have to set the expectations, track the progress, and celebrate the wins. Don't just give them another task. Celebrate them completing that task. If this helped, hit the subscribe button and drop a comment below with the one thing you're going to implement to better lead your virtual assistant. And hey, if you need a virtual assistant who's actually trained to work like this, check out RefinedVA with the links below.